Ready? And after?
Okay, I think we're live.
Let's start. So welcome everyone. Good evening. That was Jennifer. She just wanted to introduce herself. So welcome all of you guys. Thank you for joining us and all of you who are joining us online. My name's Sunny, and if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the Healing for Finances practice group. If you have joined us before, welcome back. I know we have a few friends who do join us every week, and we're very grateful. So let's get started. Let's call in the soul world. Let's begin with our invocation so we can really create the field here. Just bring in the field. Master Shah makes it so easy for us to raise the frequency of a space. He just asks us to say hello to the soul world. And so we will. So take a deep breath. Sit up straight with your backs away from the back of the chair if possible. Keep your feet flat on the ground. Rest your hands on your lower abdomen if that's comfortable. If you'd like to use the Soul Light Era hand position, that's your left hand over your message center with a little space between, and then your right hand in regular prayer position with your fingers slightly curled.
We'll get more chairs.
But if you'd like, you can just rest your hands on your lower abdomen.
Let's get together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you can switch. Go ahead.
Oh, now I really.
That's fine. So as I was saying, just sit up, just relax, take a deep breath. Sit up straight with your backs away from the back of your chair, your feet flat on the ground. Welcome to this practice space. We will say hello and invite the soul world in to really create a healing space, a high frequency space to help us with our transformation, with our practice tonight. And so you can silently repeat in your hearts as I begin to say hello. Dear Divine, dear Thou, dear the Source, dear Master Shah, dear all of the saints, all of our guides, our angels, archangels, all of our heaven's teams, all of the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Lamas, Gurus, Kahunas, all kinds of spiritual mothers and fathers who have ever supported us and our loved ones on our soul journey in any lifetime. We love you. We honor you and we deeply appreciate you. Please come. Please guide and bless our practice this evening. Please help us to open our hearts, open our souls, open our minds to relax and to receive the full benefits of our practice to receive your love, each other's love and forgiveness, so we can completely let go of whatever blockages we are holding on to, whatever is getting in the way of us experiencing the love, the forgiveness, the abundance, the flourishing that the Source is trying to offer us. We are so grateful for your presence with us today. And now we will do a short forgiveness practice. As we were just briefly discussing before we started, when we struggle, when we suffer in any aspect of our life, the divine way to clear it is to serve others who are suffering from the same condition. When we suffer in our finances, Heaven is calling us to go out and help others who are suffering in the same way. As we do that, it clears the way for abundance to flow into our lives. The most direct way to start this clearing of our blockages is the forgiveness practice. It helps us to self-clear whatever blockages we are facing that keep us from going out and offering service, that keep us from opening our hearts, keep us from recognizing all that we do have, all the abundance that we really have in our lives, and instead make us focus on what we don't have. If we can open our hearts to see the richness that we already have in our lives, it will be so easy for us to go out and serve others, to make them aware of their own abundance and to help them to clear their blockages. But sometimes it is hard for us to see it in the first place, to see our own abundance, to open our heart to this service. So we start with the forgiveness practice. So if you have your Soul Healing Miracles book with you, you can open to the calligraphies towards the back of the book. And we will be using the calligraphy Da Kuan Shu, the figure 20, which means the greatest forgiveness. And these calligraphies are special because of the divine messages, the pure messages that they contain. This one containing the message of the greatest forgiveness, which is unconditional forgiveness. Forgiveness without expecting anything in return, which is the way the divine and the Tao forgive us when we sincerely ask for forgiveness. So open to this page and either place the book on your lower abdomen or place one hand on the book to receive this blessing of the greatest forgiveness. And I have here with me the same calligraphy in a card that was blessed by Master Sha. So I will be calling on this card. So if those who are joining us on the web, if you do not have your Soul Healing Miracles book with you, that's okay. Connect to this card. So let us begin. Again, you can, this time we can repeat aloud after me. Dear the Source Calligraphy,
Dear the Source Calligraphy,
Da Kuan Shu,
Da Kuan Shu,
the greatest forgiveness,
the greatest forgiveness,
and all the countless saints,
and all the countless saints,
saints animals,
saints animals,
heaven's treasures,
heaven's treasures,
temples,
temples,
and financial blessings within.
and financial blessings within.
We love you.
We love you.
We honor you.
We honor you.
We deeply appreciate you.
We deeply appreciate you.
We humbly invite you
We humbly invite you
to bless our forgiveness practice.
to bless our forgiveness practice.
Please forgive our ancestors and us
Please bless our ancestors and us
for the mistakes that we have made
for the mistakes that we have made
in all our lifetimes.
in all our lifetimes.
Dear all the souls
Dear all the souls
whom we or our ancestors
whom we and our ancestors
have ever hurt or harmed,
have ever hurt or harmed,
have caused suffering to,
have caused suffering to,
especially in the area of finances,
especially in the area of finances,
business,
business,
career.
career.
We deeply apologize
We deeply apologize
for our mistakes
for our mistakes
that caused you to suffer.
that caused you to suffer.
We did not know better.
We did not know better.
Now we deeply apologize.
Now we deeply apologize.
We ask forgiveness.
We ask forgiveness.
And we know
We know
that to earn your forgiveness,
to earn our forgiveness,
we need to serve.
we need to serve.
Dear all the souls
Dear all the souls
who have hurt or harmed
who have hurt or harmed
our ancestors or us
our ancestors or us
in any lifetime,
in any lifetime,
especially connected to finances,
especially connected to finances,
business or career.
business or career.
We love you.
We love you.
We forgive you completely
We forgive you completely
and unconditionally.
and unconditionally.
We are glad to offer you
We are glad to offer you
our unconditional forgiveness.
our unconditional forgiveness.
All debts are forgiven.
All debts are forgiven.
You owe us nothing.
You owe us nothing.
Let us join our hearts and souls together
Let us join our hearts and souls together
to offer service at this time.
to offer service at this time.
Let us chant Da Kuan Shu,
Let us chant Da Kuan Shu,
the greatest forgiveness.
the greatest forgiveness.
So now for our sound power, we'll chant Da Kuan Shu, and we'll do alternately in Chinese Da Kuan Shu and in English the greatest forgiveness. So if you don't know the tune, just listen and you'll get it soon, and then you can follow along. Da Kuan Shu,
Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu.
greatest forgiveness.
Greatest forgiveness, 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 greatest forgiveness.
Now visualize light, golden light, rainbow light, white light, crystal light, any color that comes to mind. Inside your lower abdomen, shining, brightly radiating to all parts of you, to everyone in this room and everyone on the line, to all the souls that we invited to ask for their forgiveness and to offer our forgiveness. We are all connected by this light, this frequency of the greatest forgiveness, radiating back and forth, giving forgiveness, receiving forgiveness, binding us all together in a great big field of light, of forgiveness. Let us continue chanting. Da Kuan Shu,
Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu. Greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness. Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu. Greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness.
Now, let us invite the soul of our finances. So, dear the soul of my finances,
Dear the soul of my finances,
I love you,
I love you,
honor you,
honor you,
and deeply appreciate you.
deeply appreciate you.
I thank you for your service.
I thank you for your service.
I thank you for everything you have provided me.
Thank you for everything you have provided me.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
for the mistakes that I have made,
for the mistakes that I have made,
that have caused you harm.
that has caused you harm.
Please forgive me
Please forgive me
for my negativity
for my negativity
towards you,
towards you,
for my negative mindsets,
for my negative mindsets,
negative attitudes,
negative attitudes,
negative beliefs,
negative beliefs,
for all the comparing,
for all the comparing,
complaining,
complaining,
all the insecurity,
all the insecurity,
for all the blockages that I put up
for all the blockages that I have put up
between you and me.
between you and me.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I am now willing to let them go.
I'm now willing to let them go.
Please chant with me.
Please chant with me.
Da Kuan Shu,
Shu,
the greatest forgiveness.
the greatest forgiveness.
Let us continue chanting. Da Kuan Shu,
Da Kuan Shu,
Da
Kuan Shu,
Da
Kuan Shu.
greatest
Forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness.
Now silently. When we chant silently, it allows us to go within, deeper, into the tiniest of spaces, into the smallest of blockages in each part of our being, and to help release them. When we chant out loud, it helps us break up the bigger blockages in the bigger spaces, the bigger parts of our being. So we do both. Experience what it feels like to do the silent chanting. Go within. Let us do one more round of silent chanting in Mandarin and in English. And just tune in and experience what that feels like. And now, one last round out loud. Da Kuan Shu,
Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu. Greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, all the souls who came to join our forgiveness practice. Thank you, the soul of our finances. Thank you, all the light beings that we called in.
Yeah.
Please stay with us for the rest of our practice this evening. And continue to practice with us. Continue to receive our deepest apologies, our forgiveness, our love. So we can all stay with this fever, practice together, and then when we are done, please return and rest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you guys? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Good.
So did you notice any difference when we, in the different stages of the practice, after we invited the souls of our finances, or after we, directly spoke to it, what did that feel like? Because that's something we don't normally do. We don't, always.
I feel more grounded.
Yeah.
Like solid.
After we invited the souls of
And especially right now.
our. Oh, right now.
That's so scattered all over. It's just like really solid. It's good.
It's feeling hot.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, yeah. Exhausting.
Do we have any sharing on the line?
You can ask them to share.
What's-
I don't have anything yet.
Okay.
We have 8 people on the line.
8 people. Wow. Thank you for joining us. So as some of us were discussing before we started, it's really sometimes we just don't recognize what we have. And that is one of the ways we just create some of the biggest blockages for ourselves by not seeing truly and fully what we already have and instead focusing on what we do not. And that just puts up more blockages. That just makes it worse. So we need to do that. We need to remind ourselves from time to time to appreciate what we already have, to appreciate our finances as they are, and to know that they also want to serve. And they have been serving us. And if we can open our heart to them, if we can let go of the mindsets, the negativity, everything that we are creating, perhaps we can allow them to serve better. We can create more of a connection between us and our finances. And then the next step, of course, is to serve others who are struggling with the same condition, others who are also struggling financially. And asking forgiveness, it just felt like the first natural step, because we often have blockages that keep us from serving, which is unfortunately one of the most important things. One of the biggest blockages we have is because when we are not using what we have to go out and serve, we are not creating the momentum for more to come in. That constant flow of giving and receiving, of offering and then opening to receive more. is a natural flow. And when we block one part of it, the other gets blocked. That's just the simple nature of this. Master Shah says, follow the Tao and flourish. It's such a simple statement, but what is the Tao? How do we follow the Tao? That leads to like years and years and lifetime of study. But
So we're gonna have to squish.
okay,
And
we have more people coming in. Let's make some. Hello.
Hi, Renee.
Wow.
oh wow.
We're gonna
Come on, there's a seat right up there.
open up and
Oh, dear.
come on in.
Thank you so much.
Hi, welcome.
Hello.
I'm sorry,
Raphael.
Raphael. Oh, we have more folks coming in.
We can make more room.
Are there enough chairs? I can sit on the floor.
Oh, no, we have-
We have chairs. We'll bring some more. Thank you, Ima. Welcome, Renee, Nora.
Thank you. Thank you. Come on in, Teresa.
Maybe I'll move.
You can take those outside, actually. Thank you. Any help?
Oh, there's some chairs.
Yes. Get some more.
Probably one more.
Yeah.
What power.
We'll stay by the door of the stool.
I'll try to keep it as much as you can.
I'll stand.
No, I think we can get another chair.
I wanna sit on the floor.
You want to sit on the floor?
Yeah, because this is too high for me. Sorry.
Oh, this is for you.
No, then what? No, I want to sit on the
It's too
floor.
high for
I
me.
prefer sitting on the floor.
Okay. Are you comfortable?
Yeah.
I can relate.
Are you a Christian?
A Christian?
Do
For
you
your
want
back?
More of me getting on the earth.
Here.
Yeah, is there a Christian?
Alright.
Yeah, for your back? For your tush?
We should have the camera go around to see how abundant we are.
We should say, bring
Yeah,
your
maybe
own
we-
chair.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe it's a good time to just say hello. to
Yeah.
everyone.
So we have Delilah. I forget her name. Delilah on the line.
Oh, great. Hi, Delilah.
We have Monica.
Monica, hello.
We have Kat.
Hi, Kat.
And Monica says, I feel so joyful. I love Daquan so much. I am so grateful. Thank you for guiding us. Delilah is saying, Aloha, I'm here with you all. Couldn't make it in person today, but still wanted to be a part of it all.
Welcome.
Of it all. Yeah. Beautiful. And I want to introduce
Yeah.
everybody here.
And in the room, we have Teresa.
Teresa, my name is Teresa Kumara. I've been a student with Master Shah for quite a few years, and I enjoy coming to these practices because, for one, we're working on finances. Second, we are moving blockages, and I just love the peace of the setting. So thank you.
Hi, so my name is Gerhard. It's actually my second time in this financial group. But I've been with Master Shah for a while. So, yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Tracy Kaushik, husband. Same thing what he said.
So we go by Gerhard and Tracy,
Yeah.
just like Sunny and Yana. That's
Hello.
Evelyn.
I'm Evelyn Wong. I've been with Master Shah for about 2 years. And I enjoy coming to all the practices Tuesday night, Wednesday nights, and Thursday nights. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Raphael, and I just learned online about sessions, and I would like to know, I'm first time, so I would like to know
Great.
what it's about.
Okay, was it through Meetup?
What?
Was it through Meetup?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
Great.
cool.
Welcome.
Yeah, I follow a lot of meetups. I want
Nice.
to meet different people,
Nice.
different things, different point of views. You know, that's
you.
all.
Thank you for joining us.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Sunny, and I'm so grateful to be able to lead the practice with you guys. Some of you, before you came, we were just doing a forgiveness practice. So happy to have all of you who were here before, all of you on the line, and all who just joined us. We did the forgiveness practice, so we've already cleared the room for you guys.
Thank you.
What you can do is maybe just invite the soul of your finances to come and join us at this time, as we all did, so they can stay with us, stay in the field for the rest of the practice, and continue to receive the love and the forgiveness and everything that we are bringing tonight. So thank you.
Thank you, Sonny. My name is Rene Portacio. I've been a student of Master Sha for a little over a year. We've been coming here every week. And when we started, actually, I also started receiving blessings that I am now working on a project that will bring some really financial blessings that I cannot share with you yet. Maybe next week I can. That you definitely
But it's
can try also. It's really tremendous.
Look at his face. He just
Thank
know.
you for sharing that.
It's a big sweet pear.
Got his favorite toy.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Lori Chaffin, and I work with Why Wellness Magazine, so I help with some of the marketing and got off track and busy the last few months and noticed the difference in my life. So I made a 14-day challenge with Master Metta. So
To get back into practice,
Yes.
regular practice.
yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. For
She's
joining.
our favorite marketing person on the whole Hawaii Islands.
Yeah. I love that.
Austin, Motoka, just helping with my blockages, and now coming for financial, just a secure position.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Coming back.
Yeah, again.
I'm Ima Hasegawa Motoka. This is my husband. And we're coming here not only for financial blockages, but I think that financial is affected by everything else spiritual, and I think everything affects each other like a circle. So we've been coming to Thursday's group, and I think that this is just another layer that will do us good.
Yeah, I think it's a really good combination. You come for all aspects.
Nora! Ta-da!
My name is Nora Portacio, and I've been a student of Master Sha for over a year now. And I'm so thankful and grateful we decided to move into Hawaii. And since we moved here and met Master Sha, everything changed. Big change in our, not only financially, but emotionally and all aspects of our lives. And I'm so excited also of what will coming up soon, that I can feel it's right here. I can even feel it. So maybe next week I can share something with you guys.
Oh,
You get the slice of that pear.
Yep, so you can taste it too.
That's
First of all,
Ta-da!
hi, I'm Jennifer. I have been a student, or have been introduced to Master Sha a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. I've been actively going to the center on Queen Street, Honolulu, and but this is my first time here to this location for this practice, for this financial blessings, and glad to be here. And this past weekend, I have huge
breakthroughs.
breakthroughs, blessings,
transformation?
I can even feel it in my sleep. My sleep has been very different. I mean, I haven't had problems sleeping, but I can tell the sleep is very different too. But they had a workshop last weekend. It ended Sunday night, and it was just really huge. And so I'm glad to be here with all of you.
That needs me. Hi, this is Yanan. I'm your camera person today. Behind the camera, behind the computer camera. I'm Yanan, if you don't already know me. Sunny's my husband. We've been Master Sha students for a little bit over 2 years. And we left our old life in Virginia, moved and basically uprooted to search for something and that we've been searching for, but we wasn't able to that point. And I was very connected to my intuition, not specifically to any realm, and I did not recognize them. I did not have third eye. I just trusted my intuition. And something told us to move, so we moved. And I'm very grateful that my husband didn't just completely freak out because I'd say we need to move. So we moved to Hawaii, and the first year of our life was a huge struggle. We've never had to struggle that way because we've always had good skill, good jobs. We had nice car, nice condo, and everything. And we left that all behind. Came to Hawaii, struggled for a year, then we found Master Sha Center at AA5 Queen Street, Honolulu, second floor. And the journey has been amazing. Just before we started, we were sharing about why we started this group. The 2 years with Master Sha are one of the major themes in our life transformation was finance. So I was saying we struggled the first year, and we met the Divine Channels at the center here in Honolulu. We did not know we have enough money to register for the Divine Healing Hand workshop. Most likely not enough. We were in debt actually. So yeah. But it was just speaking to our hearts so much. We were like, we just have to trust this. We have to get Divine Healing Hand no matter what. So we did it. And that was a weekend workshop. On Monday, I got a call for a job interview. And that turns into, that was in a community college. That gave me a secure part-time job, which I really appreciate because I was not looking for any full-time opportunity. Didn't want to go back to the old life. And but then that led to my husband's full-time job. And after that, Master Sha came. For the first time we met Master Sha. Before he came, we were struggling finding an apartment that was good for us. Basically, the vibe was not good where we used to live. It was affecting my health, very obviously. But we just, for the life of us, we couldn't find anything that was affordable. We have a cat, so that's pet friendly. And if you ever try to find an apartment in Honolulu, you know that's a really challenging situation when you have a pet. Yeah. Not many apartment rentals are pet friendly and affordable. So we struggled with that for like 6 months, just couldn't find anything. Master Sha gave it a blessing, and there you go, in less than a month. We moved to a beautiful apartment that has a pool in the middle of the courtyard. Beautiful natural environment in the middle of the city. Yeah, so we could completely afford it. It was just unthoughtful. I never thought that could happen with my limited mindset. And one after that, we were blessed with a new car, and let go of our old car with enough money to travel to Toronto for a huge workshop. Then it led to more things and more things, more things. It's constant. And so I have to share this because obviously it was so important for me to share. That before we started this workshop, we were in a huge retreat with Master Sha. That was in December. Actually from the entire August to December. Yeah. about
In
that long.
November?
Last year?
Last year, yeah, with Master Sha. He was here in Honolulu for so long. And
3 months. Almost.
yeah. So, even after all these blessings and all these financial miraculous events happened to us, I was feeling not enough. I was always feeling, why didn't we have this? Why didn't we have money to get this and that and this and that? And just felt like I was struggling. Why do I have to keep struggling? No. And then when I had that thought, we were in the middle of the workshop, and then everybody was in a moment of quiet, of, I guess you say, repentance, going inward to do a forgiveness practice during the entire retreat of 300 to 500 people. I don't even remember how many. It was a huge hall. So many people were just going inward doing that. And I was struggling at that moment because it was a moment when everybody went up to the stage, received blessing from Master Sha, which you had to honor for it. And I was feeling jealous. I was feeling not good enough. I was feeling struggle. Why was I worked so hard, I served so much, why did I not have enough money to honor this blessing from Master Sha at this moment, and why does it keep happening? And right after that thought, at this point, my spiritual channel is quite open because I've trained with Master Sha's divine channels and Master Sha himself for 2 years, and open spiritual channel was like something I never missed. It's just something I want to be very good at. So I cultivated that, work hard for it. And just as I had that thought in that moment, my heavens team came to me and gave me a really hard teaching, saying that basically what I experienced was it went through a flashback of everything that had happened, not just after we moved to Honolulu, before we moved to Honolulu. And the message and the teaching was, you've always had enough. You never had to go on the street and beg. You never had to suffer from cold because your walls covers you. You know, you always have, most of the time, have a car to take you places because you serve. We want you to serve more. So there's a car, even though on the surface it looks like you can't afford it, but you have a car. How miraculous is that? And then basically they gave me a whole image of everything that I've had. I have beautiful soul healing families like all of you. Friends from all over the world I've never known, and just supporting you no matter what. So that moment I just couldn't stop crying. It was just so heart-opening that the whole time, because my feeling of not enough, of I had to work so hard to achieve a little. That is a mindset that I've carried. And not just me, my mom has this mindset, my parents have that mindset, maybe their parents, I've never met my grandparents, so I don't know, maybe their parents also have that mindset. And large amount of humanity has this mindset. We have to work 12 hours a day, 7 days a week to be enough. And that is not reality, although it looks like it is. It actually comes from us, every single of us, that we don't feel we are enough. It's not about just money. It's about we don't feel like we deserve to have enough. And we have the belief that we have to work hard to be deserving, to be worthy of something. So of course it's not just one lifetime, you know. It's if you believe in karma and reincarnation, it's lifetimes and ancestrals and humanity all together collectively. So for me to start this particular practice group was from there. We want to transform at large. It's not just one person's effort. And then following that, the message was, if you want to heal yourself, if you want to stop struggling for a certain aspect of your life, go out and serve people who has struggling the same issue. So from there, I knew it has to be a group. It has to be a group of people. It can't just be me sitting at home, keep chanting, asking for forgiveness, keep receiving blessing from Master Sha. It has to be a collective thing. So we just want to open a practice group. So every time, since the first day actually this group started, it's so heart-touching because the power of healing and the emotional upliftment, I guess that's what you say, is so transformative that I have only felt it when we were in the Divine Temple, not outside of the temple, not outside of Master Sha's presence, but because every single of us are so sincere and connected and doing this for ourselves, for our family, for everybody, and that creates this really, really heart-opening, pure vibration in the space. So I feel so privileged to be here. Thank you so much. Oops. Thank you. No,
Thank you everyone for sharing. And
I want to share a little bit.
Oh, online?
Yeah, online we have Diane Hayashi.
Oh, hi Diane.
Hi. And Kat say unable to stay. Okay, that's okay. And Monica shares again. Hi Yana and Sunny, love you both. Oh, okay. It's so beautiful to hear sharing. Thank you all. And Stuart is here. Hi all. I love and enjoy joining everyone at this time. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Anne in Germany or?
I have no idea.
Okay. She can let us know. So, Raphael, just to fill you in, most of us, many of us have heard about Master Sha, have gone to his center here in Honolulu, Queen Street. And, well, many of us have seen him in person when he came to Hawaii to do workshops. Mm-hmm. And all of this whole group comes from what he has been teaching about, let me share this book with you.
Oh.
So this is one of his latest books.
I see.
Master Sha. And what he's teaching is about soul power, about everything having a soul, including the soul of your finances, your business, your career, everything has a soul, which means it has a vibration that keeps it alive, it has memory, it has consciousness, it has...
But the vibration is in us, in particular person, and we project it on ourselves and on others, right? So my understanding.
Well, what we are talking about is that like this chair has a soul.
Oh, I see. Well, that's not new. There was Teilhard de Chardin. He died in '60s, I think. He was the Catholic philosopher in France, and he believed. I don't know his theories, but his concept was that the objects, which static objects like stones or trees, they have a soul. So that's somehow I relate.
Yes. It's the same idea.
Yeah. So
the book, the chair, the wall, everything.
Yeah.
And the purpose every soul wants to serve. To serve a purpose, to make others happier and healthier, to be part of this because we are all connected and everything serves something else. Everything has a purpose and serves something. So when something is not able to serve well, like your finances want to serve you. If they're not able to serve you well, it's because there are blockages. And by doing these practices, we are clearing blockages. Whether it's like what Yanan was talking about, our mindsets, about not having enough, about not deserving enough, all those are blockages that we have created between us and our finances. Those are just one example. There are many, many kinds of blockages, but just as one example. So through these practices, we are clearing.
But this is not uncommon. People who make a lot of money, they are motivated in their minds that they have to have more. They don't even maybe know how to live, how to spend, but they can maybe live very minimum life, but when the bank account grows, they feel happy about themselves, because they feel more important, their ego is growing, and so on. So I said I cannot make such a money because I don't have the pleasure of accumulating the money. You see, my concept is I have to live on certain level of comfort, and I think I'm basically reached the point that I have this comfort level, which is not big, but there is probably more than the person who is homeless. I had a very good friend who was homeless, but he has the problems with drinking and so on. Okay. So, and then he finished and he died as a homeless. He was a great person. I could talk to him hours and so on. But he was somehow happy, and he chose it, that, he can, this was his minimum, and comfort was very, very low level, so he somehow was happy, was happy we can go from one binge of drinking, and then to another, but that's another discussion, because I believe all people who go to drugs, to drinking, not the drinking just because I drink with food because, for digestion, for a mood, but the people who cannot live without, it means they have some problem they didn't solve, and they escape, go to manipulate their mind so they can escape, not think it. But when they go dry, then the problem is even bigger, you see. So I believe in solving the problem, and not escaping from the problem. Even sometimes I don't want, I procrastinate. So that's anyway my concept is. But there are certain areas which I have a hard time, and I have a hard time to solve it. And once again, I learn that if you do something, you want to reach something, and you do certain means, and you repeat and repeat, and there's no results, it means you're doing something wrong. So you have to change the method, stop doing it, and find out the other way. I'm a very rational man, but I know the other part, the why you have all beliefs in the religions, because for simple reason, the man needs material food, like going to Foodland, but then he needs to believe in something. And primitive men believe in water, fire. Now we have more complex philosophies, religions, and so on. Yeah. And sometimes these organizations are not very good because they are using lots of people, Christian, the Inquisition, Muslim are practiced still the things from Middle Ages. But because these are the organization who provides, it's just like another Foodland, they provide the food, emotional food to the people who are hungry, who need it, and who are not maybe, don't believe in themselves, For me, I could believe somehow in myself, and that's all my art, because I'm doing art. Oh, you're right. And I don't need to follow particular group of people who practice one thing or another, or fall down flat on the floor and I say, oh yeah.
Yeah. So what we are doing here is really what Master Shah has taught us is that we all are empowered. We all have the power to heal ourselves, to transform our finances, to do all of that. He wants to empower us, and he gives us the power, but he also gives us the teaching to go with it. That sometimes the mind cannot understand all of it, because the mind is also limited in its understanding. The mind can understand so much, but when you go to the soul, which has lived many lifetimes, whereas the mind has perception only of this one, then you tend to get more answers. You get answers about certain people who are very good but have a hard life, or certain people who are not so good but are enjoying a good life. It's because of what they had been in a past life. Whatever they created is now affecting them in this life. Whatever we're creating now is affecting our future lives. So in that sense, it gives you answers that go beyond what the mind can answer, what the mind can provide you by getting into the soul. But really, the object of this is to empower ourselves.
But in this life cycle, let's say, if you have so many, I don't know, because you can believe it that they were, or we'll have the other ones. I'm open to it, but I'm practicing. I'm in today in this moment.
Yes.
And I could have some degree of control.
Yeah.
On this, I don't have a control what it's happened. Why my grandmother died, or my grandpa was doing something bad.
That's the one thing about soul.
Yeah.
Is that if you see soul as message,
yeah,
vibration, like when we have the thinking of a loving thought,
yeah,
that's a vibration. Think about rainbow. Rainbow has 7 different colors,
mm-hmm,
right? But they all come from the light. Light has no color. Usually when we see it, we don't see it. Light, we take it for granted.
Yeah.
When things are bright, we see light. But when it gets bended into different vibration, it takes 7 different color forms. So because the vibration different, it has different look. So when we feel love is a vibration. When we feel hatred is a different vibration. So some are brighter, some are darker. It's a message.
Yeah, no, I agree. We can control by sending positive vibration or negative.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so what happened in the past? So just before you came, we were doing a forgiveness practice.
Yeah.
Which is actually a way that we can go back. We can go back, and we cannot control what happened.
Yeah.
But we can release the blockages that were created because of that. If our parents passed on something to us, some negative beliefs about the world, about our finances, and we are carrying those beliefs. Even though we cannot control what they passed on to us, we have techniques to release those blockages now. So the forgiveness practice that we just did before you came is, if you're familiar with the ancient Hawaiians practice Ho'oponopono, where they just using forgiveness, by asking for forgiveness and by offering love, they clear whatever they have been carrying from the past. So this is what Master Sha teaches us. Forgiveness practice is like an expanded version of Ho'oponopono, because we ask for forgiveness for all the mistakes we made in all lifetimes. And we give our forgiveness to all those who hurt us in all lifetimes. So it's very expansive. It can reach back into the past and the future, because soul power is kind of unlimited. It's if you've heard of quantum science, quantum physics, where a particle can be here, but its vibration can affect a particle that's on the other end of the universe, because they were connected. So same way, we are connected to our ancestors, we are connected to our past selves. So what we do now, for example, when we bring in soul power, when we call the power of the soul, we can affect the past, we can affect the future, because they're all connected, they're all one.
But from the past you can learn, but you cannot change. But the future you can steer, you can somehow control.
No, I'm not talking about changing the past. I'm talking about clearing the blockages that were created from the past, which we are still carrying.
Who affect you, so you cannot do the positive. Let's say you had some amount of negative waves. That's what my interpretation is. In the past, would influence you or your childhood or something, and if you said if you take it, mellow way or give forgiveness too.
Yes.
And the people who are affected, you did yourself and affected other people.
Yes.
If you forgive and let it go, then you can now and in the future create more positive ways. Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to do the VOD practice, or do you want to just do another chant? Sorry.
No, the VOD would just be a few minutes, so we can. Actually, I wanted to talk about Master Gina's meditations that she's been putting up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, along with this, what Master Gina, who leads this group, and she'll be joining us in a few minutes. What she's been doing every week for the past few weeks is she's been leading us in a group meditation, very powerful, kind of very deep, where we go in, and she takes a different theme every week. And all the meditations she's recorded in the past few weeks are actually up on online on SoundCloud. And so we will be sharing the SoundCloud link on the live stream page for those of you who are joining us online. And for those who are here who want the link, just ask us. We'll help you find it on SoundCloud. So what you can do is you can go back and see the past meditations that were done and listen to them, follow them, receive the benefits from those as well. And then whatever we do today will also be recorded so you can access it. It's really an amazing resource. I've been going back and listening to some of the past ones. I was just sharing with Master Gina that Renee has been doing that too. I was just sharing with Master Gina that I've been just playing it on really low volume when I go to sleep at night, and then just listening to them overnight, asking my soul to meditate along with the recording, because that's all the time I have. The day just goes by, and so quickly. So I've been playing them at night, and just before I sleep, I just ask my soul to listen and meditate as I sleep, to follow whatever her instructions are. And when I wake up in the morning, because she has different recordings, not just on finances, but also on health, on intelligence. I've been doing this for the past few nights, and whenever I get up in the morning, my body just feels more relaxed, more smooth. Even though I had a tiring day, I slept late the previous night, I just wake up feeling good. So for those who haven't been going back and listening to the recordings, please do. It's really powerful. If you don't have time to listen to it during the day, do what I do. Just meditate while you sleep.
Well, how you do it? You before going to bed, you go through the.
I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
So all the meditations are on SoundCloud. So I got the app on my phone. So I go to her page on SoundCloud. I play the first one, and then it's going to go through and play the whole overnight. And before I sleeping, I just say, "Dear my soul, please meditate along with these recordings as I sleep." That's all I do. And then all night it's just playing, and my soul is just meditating along with that. And in the morning I feel so good.
So you're running through the phone this program, and even you sleep.
Yeah,
it's you are sort of affected by the program is coming from the. But that's interesting. But at the same time, I'm aware that using the phone and getting very close, it can affect your brain and the tumors, grades and so on. Yeah.
That's one way to. That is. I've heard of that belief as well. But I believe that when my phone is put to good service, that means it is playing these meditations that are blessing me, that are blessing my wife, my home, my health. That is more than enough to counteract any bad negative vibrations and anything that is coming. Really, everything wants to serve. If it is put to good service, used with good intention, it can override.
So you don't worry if you're exposed to the
not at all.
Because whole night to your phone.
My intention is behind that is to serve.
Yeah.
My intention behind playing that, my phone gets to serve. So it's going to do more good than harm.
I
strongly believe that.
Okay.
It's going to override any harmful effect from the waves, from the radiation that are coming through. That's my firm belief. So but I highly recommend this.
We do that.
You do that?
Yeah.
You listen?
Yeah. It's really good.
Listening?
Yeah, and then sometimes, like she said the other last Thursday, she's Master Gina was saying how she wakes up really early after going through that convention, and that happened to me. Like I woke up at 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I had all this energy. It was only 2:30. I'm like, oh no.
What did you listen to the previous night? What did you?
I can't even remember. But then, what kept going through my mind was Jin, and then Thursday we did a meditation. And Jin means a golden ball.
Yeah, golden.
And I kept thinking, why am I thinking of this Jin? And then it came, and then the answer came that night.
Yeah, the golden ball, golden light. Yeah.
Monica online says, yes, I did first meditation through the night last night, and it's beyond powerful. I recommend to everyone. The one online is 76.
Line 76 of the Immortal Dawn. That's the latest one she put up.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, that was last night.
And then she said I did it again this whole afternoon, and I have not enough space here. She's typing in many lines. 'Cause the thing is short. The comments line. In few words, it made me very peaceful. It healed my discomfort and more. That's
Thank
what
you.
Monica said.
Thank you, Monica.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah, it makes you pass out.
Yeah.
If anything.
Totally makes you pass out.
Last Thursday, so many of us were knocked out when
Oh,
she
yeah.
was recording that, even if some of the people online. And you just, once you get out of it, you feel so peaceful. Like so much clearing has happened for you. And even Jennifer was saying she's sleeping better after the blessings that she received on the weekend. So, yeah.
So you have a link that goes to the people online.
We will post it on the live stream page for those. But if you have Master Gina on Facebook, she's been sharing those on her Facebook.
So I would have to pick up SoundCloud from Facebook?
You can just go to soundcloud.com and search for Master Gina Misaki, and you'll find it. That's a quick history.
Okay.
Yeah. What I did was I even downloaded the SoundCloud app on my phone, and then I follow her. So whenever she posts a new meditation, I get the alert right here. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I can just listen along with her meditations. She has one for loving yourself, healing the physical body, 3 for financial abundance, 1 for healing the liver, the kidney, compassion, intelligence, healing the knee. There's just so many.
And to make it loop, all you do is just...
I didn't even try. I just went to the SoundCloud, went to her name, and I just played the first one, put it on my desk next
Before
to my
you
bed.
loop to the next one, you're already out.
Yeah.
But it plays
You
the
need
whole
to
thing.
loop it.
It's the need first.
It plays everything. Whichever
good.
one you start with, it plays that, moves on to the next one, and moves on to
Okay,
the
because
next
I'd
one.
like all of
So right now she has more than, I think she has more than 8 or 10 hours, so enough to keep you going through the night. And every week she's recording new ones, so it just keeps growing. Yeah.
He has a very amazing experience last Friday, because Sunny works here on Fridays. It's Yanan talking behind the
Oh yes, so
Yeah.
what I did, so on Fridays I work here, I do massages and I help with the clinic, and we have a long day. We start, I come in here at 10, our first appointment is at 11, and then we're usually working till 7:30 and we get out by 8. So it's usually a long day, and it's, I'm doing like 2 or 3 massages a day, so it can get tiring sometimes. But last Friday what I did was I just did the same thing. I played her meditations, and what I did was kept it on really low volume. I could barely hear it in my ear, and I just put it on my pocket, and I worked through the whole day while this was going. The moment I placed it, I started the meditations, placed it in my pocket, I felt my vibration shift, and that whole day I was able to work smoothly. At the end of the day, I was not tired at all. I was absolutely fine, fresh, relaxed. I was able to serve through the day. No fatigue, nothing at all.
We actually went to the mall after that.
Wow.
Amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, it's crazy.
When you have a tiring day, the best place you want to go is the mall.
Yeah.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Did you do a soul connection?
No, there was no time. I just played it, and I just... I don't think I even did an invocation on Friday. I just played it, and all I did was, breathe, play, turn it on, put it in my pocket. But at night I actually just would do a very simple invocation. Dear my soul, please meditate along with these recordings. And that's it.
Oh.
I don't even do a long invocation, a long greeting or anything. And it works so beautifully. So thank you, Master Gina.
Next to us.
Would you like to come here? Yeah.
Okay, everyone pick a number between 1 and 100.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 100. Even folks online.
Yes.
Okay, pick a number.
Okay, what's your number? Pick a number.
8.
8.
36.
98.
23.
13.
33. Number.
Okay, 41.
77.
88. 9.
20.
46.
60.
Online?
Didn't tell them.
They probably heard, but there's a delay of like a
Oh,
minute.
Monica says 90. Let's wait. Somebody. Oh, sorry. Monica says 99.
Hi, Monica.
Delilah says 10.
Hi, Delilah.
Okay. Hello. Anybody else?
Thank you, Mike.
Diane says 7. Oh, Diane says 23. Sadie 70.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Sadie.
And Acacia 74.
Hi,
Acacia's
Acacia.
I know.
Jennifer, you want to go?
She had we gave her.
Anybody wants?
Yes, thank you.
I think that's it. We have more than that.
I got one.
I'm good.
Maybe they can't type
Anybody
in
wants
because they
this
don't
right
have a
here.
account.
Yeah, maybe they haven't logged in.
Okay, so the magic number is in Renee's pocket.
That's what it is.
Okay. He just put it in his pocket.
And what is this
He did
ridiculous?
Okay.
And now
You can
read it.
magic number.
9.
Nice.
Somebody had 9.
Somebody had 9 on
From
this.
the online.
She had 99.
No, she had 99. Oh, but we have a 10. Delilah has a 10.
Yay.
No, we
it's
had
a
9.
We
It's
had
9.
I think you
Nine
said
here.
9, no?
This
Who
one-
said 9?
I said 9.
Yeah, see,
There
it's
you
just-
go.
That's why I was like,
I was wondering what that was. I saw your face. I was like, what?
like no one ever gets the exact number.
Wow,
That's what I
that's-
thought. I
I
thought,
know.
oh, must be her.
Mine over here.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have one of these books, right?
No, but I kept on looking at that today when I was
Okay,
here.
great. So you get to have one of these books.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
So since this is going to be your book, I'm going to read one of the transmissions for you, and then you can, continue to read it yourself. But I just had, checked to see if I could offer one transmission as a demo, and so I got approval. Yeah, so you get to.
Wow.
Okay, so just sit up straight in your chair. I know you can't probably put your feet on the floor, but if you can.
Maybe because the cushion is making it worse. Okay. Wait, I should have put my
Okay,
feet
and
on
we'll
the
all
cushion.
receive
That's
the
okay.
Put it on the
splash.
pillow. It's fine.
And everyone
It's
who
fine.
has a Dao book, you can always read it yourself, or if you don't have one, you can always get one. I think it's like $25 or something. Okay, so but Emma's going to receive this transmission, so just prepare, and we'll all receive a benefit. So everybody, just sit up straight in your chair.
What page is it?
It's a different.
Oh, it's a different book.
Oh, different book. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So we'll
But we're all receiving a blessing. So just have your eyes gently closed and bring your mind down to your lower abdomen. And then you can just put both palms over your lower abdomen. And just take a deep breath, breathing all the way into your lower abdomen. And the splash will go out to everybody online and also to everyone. When you watch this recording, you'll also receive a boost. But it's best if you purchase a book and you read it to yourself. So, divine order for, what's your last name again?
Ima Hasegawa Motooka. Hasegawa Motooka.
Divine order for Ima Hasegawa Motooka for divine soul mind, or I think it's Tao. Tao order, yeah, Tao order, golden light ball, and golden liquid spring of Tao freedom, soul transplant, transmission! Tao order, Tao golden light ball, and golden liquid spring of Tao freedom, mind transplant, transmission! Tao order, Tao golden light ball, and golden liquid spring of Tao freedom, body transplant,
Transmission. Hey ya 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 yo. Soul, mind, body transplants join as one. Hey ya 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 yo. Hey ya hey ya hey ya yo. Hey. How. We are all extremely blessed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. So, Ima, I'm going to give you this book before you leave today. Thank you so much for being here. And let us all join our hearts and souls together, and we will all turn on all of our downloads. So every person has love, forgiveness, compassion, and light, along with love, peace, and harmony. So this will just be a short one today. Aloha, this is Master Gina Musetti with a Tao, Soul, Mind, Body, Freedom meditation. In your mind, imagine yourself in the greatest state of freedom that you can imagine for yourself. What does it look like when you are free of your burdens? What does it look like when you are free of your mental constraints? What does it look like when your karma no longer binds you? What does it look like when you have financial freedom? Create and hold this image in your mind. Surround this image with golden light. Bring this picture of yourself experiencing the utmost freedom, whether it's freedom from a physical pain, freedom from emotional stress, freedom from worry, freedom from fear, freedom from guilt, freedom from mental, emotional, even spiritual pain. Some of us experience very deep spiritual pain at times. Imagine that you're free financially, free to do what you want when you want to do it, free to help your friends out when you want to, free to donate money to your favorite charities when you want to, free to go on a retreat when you want to receive the things that you would like to have in this life for yourself, your family, your friends. Whether it's time or location or physical things, spiritual things. And feel how you feel in this picture. And bring this beautiful picture of yourself and your life full of freedom, free of constraints. Bring this picture into a ball of golden light in your lower abdomen. If you would like to receive an order of Tao Freedom Soul Mind Body Transplants, you may read from line 76 of the Immortal Tao Transmissions in the Tao 2 book. This transmission is located on page 242. Imagine your mind relaxing and settling down. Allow your heart to relax as we say hello. Dear soul, mind, and body, repeat.
Dear soul,
Dear soul, mind, and body,
of all of my treasures.
Of all my treasures.
I love you.
I love you.
Honor you.
Honor you.
And appreciate you.
And appreciate you.
Please turn on.
Please turn on.
To assist me.
To assist me.
In realizing.
In realizing.
Tao freedom.
Tao freedom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear Divine.
Dear Divine.
Dear Tao.
Dear Tao.
Dear all our healing angels.
Dear all our healing angels.
Archangels.
Archangels.
Saints.
Lamas.
Gurus. Kahunas. Buddhas. Bodhisattvas. Shamans. Shifus. All of our teachers. And our teachers' teachers. Dear Master Sha. Dear Master Guo. We love you, honor you, and appreciate you.
We love you, honor, and appreciate you.
Dear all our spiritual mothers and fathers.
Dear all our spiritual mothers and fathers.
Grandmothers and grandfathers.
Grandmothers and grandfathers.
On earth and in heaven.
On earth and in heaven.
We love you all.
We love you all.
Honor you all.
Honor you all.
And appreciate you all.
And appreciate you all.
Please be here with us.
Please be here with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dear all souls.
Dear all souls.
Whom I or my ancestors.
Whom I or my ancestors.
Have ever hurt or harmed.
Have ever hurt or harmed.
In terms of freedom.
In terms of freedom.
Please forgive us.
Please forgive us.
We are extremely sorry.
We are extremely sorry.
Please forgive us.
Please forgive us.
As we forgive all souls.
As we forgive all souls.
And your ancestors.
And your ancestors.
Who have ever hurt or harmed.
Who have ever hurt or harmed.
Us or our ancestors.
Us or our ancestors.
In terms of freedom.
In terms of freedom.
You are all.
You are all.
Completely. And unconditionally. Forgiven. Let us all join together.
Let us all join together.
To bring us all more freedom.
To bring us all more freedom.
For ourselves.
For ourselves.
Our families.
Our families.
Our communities.
Our communities.
Humanity.
Mother
Earth. Heaven. And all souls. In countless planets. Stars. Galaxies. And universes. Dear all souls. Please sing with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And for our sound power, we will sing Tao Freedom. So I will sing a couple rounds, and then we can all join in together. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom.
Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom.
And then let's chant a couple rounds softly. Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom.
Tao Freedom. Tao Freedom.
One more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hao is a Chinese word spelled H-A-O and means good job, well done, get well, perfect. And we always say Hao and thank you 3 times. The first thank you is to the divine. The second thank you is to all the souls that have gathered with us. And the third thank you is to our own souls. Notice how you feel at this moment. Notice how your heart feels more open and more relaxed. Notice that your mind feels more free of constraint. By this simple practice, we have all cleared many, many, many blockages. Do not underestimate this power of Tao freedom. Continue to listen to this recording and do your own download by reading from the Tao book. You could receive tremendous transformation. And at this time, I just want to ask if anyone would like to share, if anyone had a particular feeling or saw anything or had an idea. Everyone's feeling very relaxed. Thank you, Teresa.
This is Teresa. Early on into the practice, the meditation, I started tearing, and it was because I didn't realize how constricted I had become, and having this freedom, even with my eyes closed and imagining it, I realized that there's so much more, and that the possibilities are endless. So it was kind of like a blink into my mindset, and I think I've allowed the doctors and the diagnoses to kind of put me in a cage, and but there is freedom, and I'm going to work towards it. Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Anyone else?
I feel for you.
Yeah, this meditation, while we are listening to the meditation, my soul just like paused a minute and it just like went back before we came over here. And now I realize why my soul was so excited. Even it took me probably almost a year before I really came up to my senses that I'm here in Hawaii. Still, I can't believe that we're here. And it's just like a feeling of gratitude that it's always in my heart. The gratitude of meeting Master Sha. And it changed every aspect of our lives. That's why I'm just so grateful that we're here, especially this beautiful island, Hawaii. Thank you.
Monica has some share online.
Thank you so much, Laura. Yes, Monica?
So Monica says, I feel immensely happy with all these beautiful echo communities that bring peace, love, harmony, love to each soul and treat with love and tenderness Mother Earth. And so grateful, Master Gina, countless bow down, Dagon, and infinite times.
Thank you so much, Monica.
Mm.
Yes, Evelyn.
Thank you, Master Gina. Every Tuesday when I wake up, oh, I'm so grateful I'm looking forward to be here. I'm so grateful. Thank you. And I do listen to your practices when I go to bed, and it wakes me up. In the morning, I hear your voice. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Renee, for sending it to me. I'm so grateful when I leave here.
Thank you, Evelyn. Okay. Anyone else? Renee?
I felt much more calm because I was excited most of the day. Here and there, when you get on the freeway and somebody starts cutting you off. But I just let it go and sent a blessing. When I had my eyes closed, I see this image of flickering gold jindan that you mentioned. And I really envision myself in that gold jindan, really just enjoying life with no constraints whatsoever. Free to do whatever I want to do. And I can smell and sense it already. It's getting closer and closer because I'll tell you next week.
Secret pair.
Okay, anyone else? You might want to say?
I feel very humble to receive this book. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for all the blessings, and I feel so much energy in this room right now. When you were doing that, when you were reading from this book, and you said transformation, is that what transmission? I saw myself as this. I was in preschool, and I was in Hongwanji, and I had pigtails, and I was so happy and free, and I was very innocent, and you said it again, and I saw myself again, and I was just this happy little child, and yeah, so to share that. Thank you.
I think that's the last time I remember feeling free too, was in preschool.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah. First grade starts and you're in trouble. Hide already.
Oh my god. That's so true.
All right.
Sharon is with us.
Okay.
Just join us.
Okay, wonderful. So let's go ahead and we'll close this practice. So let's just, we'll sing Thank You Divine, Thank You Tao, Thank You the Source, Thank You Master Sha, Thank You Everyone. And then we'll do 3 love yous, 3 thank yous, and 3 gong songs. So gong song means to respectfully return. Thank you, the divine.
Thank you, the Tao. Thank you, the source. Thank you, Master Sha. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you, thank you. Love you, love you, love you. Gong song, gong song, gong song.
Thank you, everyone. Love you, everyone. Until next time, ahui ho. Hao.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that was so
Oh,
short, but
it
so
wasn't
deep.
on.
Oh no.
It's Renee's recording.
So you post it on the feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just send it.
Well, it's only 22 minutes. It'll probably go to the email.
I'll probably go through email.
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least you're sitting next to me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because basically it's a monotonous, voice when you talking and reading and so on. But what is this transformation? Suddenly you raise your voice. What is the purpose?
It wipes out all the negative stuff.
So it's a balance of yin and yang.
Mhm.
So Master Sha is an acupuncturist.
Mhm.
And so in Chinese medicine and Chinese philosophy,
Yeah.
we always want to have a balance of yin and yang energy. So soft energy and strong energy. So I tend naturally to be, very yin, very, quiet.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's easy for me to do that. So then once in a while I have to say, transmission!
Oh, I see. That's good. Throughout the strong emotion.
Ooh, it went to Sunny's knees.
Just to break up all the blockages.
I understand. Okay, now I understand.
Delilah says, oh my god. I wanted to let you all know that I accepted the formal offer for the occupational therapy. I have been talking about for weeks and my finances are about to improve dramatically.
Yay, Delilah!
So awesome. Yeah. So that means they took her offer.
That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, not offer, but
Accepted
they offer
her
us
application.
her application. Yeah.
Awesome. Wow,
That was too fun.
that's good. She's been
I
waiting
know.
for that.
Yeah, she's been waiting for that. Can you imagine, like, you go to school for a dream job and you get out of school, the dream job is right there.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
I baked something, so before you guys
Oh,
start,
wow.
please
Okay.
feel free to.
Oh, thank you.
So you have to cut
It's
you
going
or
off the oven, so let me
you.
try.
Eat it.
Excuse me.
I have little plates too.
Okay, shall we say bye to?
Okay, thank you everyone online. Love you everyone. And we'll see you Thursday or next week. Thank you. Aloha. And we will send you soul cake.